The best piece of advice I can give you as a business loan broker slash agent, and there's many more I could have chose from, it is to reinvest the money you make into other businesses or a business. Here's why. So I've been in this industry for a while, just to give you some context. I know all the trials and tribulations. Believe me, I know how hard it is to just get a client and then to just get them through the funding cycle or process to then getting funded. I know all of that stuff, and I'm not a know-it-all. That's not how I am. I'm not cocky, I'm not arrogant, I'm none of that. I'm very confident and certain. I grew up with the right morals. I went to school academically, and I've done other things. The reason why I say this too is because it's so up and down in whatever market you're in, some more than others, but it's not entirely on the market, it's on the client. It's so unpredictable. You never know, it's night and day. They tell you one thing, they do another. They never follow through or fully commit. They go somewhere else, shiny object, they select from somewhere else. No matter how much they know you personally and on a business level, it happens. It's so unpredictable. They self sabotage. You don't eat until they make or they get the funding. You're probably not charging them up front. A consultation, a packaging fee to put their application and all this together, courses on top of other things. So by the time you get somebody funded, whether you have a lot of people you help or not, like I do, I have a lot of people that I help on a personal and business level in many ways that are not just funding related. A lot of it ties into it, but from what I've seen is it can be too hard. And so you get so exhausted by the time that it's done, energy and time gone out the window. So what I would suggest, and this is one of many pieces of advice, but having done this and doing this day in and day out full time, having other businesses already. I have one in the digital marketing agency, lead generation space, health affiliate marketing, other verticals there, other ventures. This is my primary focus right now as a business funding expert. And I get a lot of people that come in, decline, approve here and there, self sabotage, unpredictable. They say one thing, do another, lower months than other months. And it can go for some time in some instances, depending on the service. And so you don't want to leave that up to a chance or chance. So what you want to do is with who you can get funded, depending on the volume and the size of those fundings and what you collect, reinvest that back into the business. Yes, you can do that into doing more with websites, with advertising on different platforms or for different purposes, hiring people, VAs and assistants, people who can handle the phone call part, because I, for one, am not wanting to be that person. At a time and place, it makes sense to do this, but not always. I have different systems where it's very efficient. I've set up and I've iterated over many years that works. And there's a time and a place for this, but I've gone clients funded without doing this. Many of them that I have personal and business relationships that are great, good, that are there. And so with all of this, reinvest the money back into the business to help you generate more revenue, but take a good percentage of that too and allocate it to different businesses or a different one. Go purchase a business instead, because the ones who make the money in this business most are the ones who have that brokerage, who's the owner of the brokerage, who has the training program, who has contracts set in place with those providers, lenders, or indirect lenders. And whenever you, as the agent, think about it, they have a facility and they house all the agencies underneath it. You're one of those many agencies underneath them. So when you get client funded, they probably have like 30 or 100 other people plus, and that week probably they got a total of 400,000, and so they get a small percentage of what they're making, but still it's enough. Where you had to struggle having to get one client funded, credit, cash flow, collateral, business credit backed. And it is troublesome. Believe me, you're going to go through this and figure out it's not easy. When you get a very high client funded, it might be because you're very lucky, or you just didn't get lucky, you just had the right relationship at the right time. But it can seldomly happen. So you have to understand what you're getting involved with. I can't say you should put 70% of it into another business or 80%, just depending on where you are right here with this business. But put some aside for that. Put some aside for this other project, these other ventures. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. It's not good to do, even if you are on a high and everything's going well and you're getting high clients funded more than the lower clients, and there's a mix of it. I have those till this day. But with this business that's so sporadic, if you're not the person who owns the brokerage and has all the agencies where you get to earn a percentage of what they make, you're not having to be the one who's so much going out there to speak to the business owners, or you have a training program, you bring people in and that's what you're focused on, and you earn a percentage based on what they get funded, but you didn't do any of that work. Maybe you did it at one point, or maybe not. Maybe you didn't do it as effectively, but you saw a place for this. And you have to be careful who you trust in this business, because I don't trust very many. So all that said and done, just understand what you're investing your earnings in. Put more back into the business. Put it into other projects that are going to get you a better return on investment, especially for the slower periods. And a lot of these other businesses can get you a higher return on investment than a business like the business loan broker business. And I know how volatile it is and how toxic it can be with certain services. It can be very, very nasty. And you just have to watch your back. I'm not a pressuring person. And a lot of these people can be very nasty. And I'm saying that on like our end and also on the client's end, because they're so unpredictable in the way that they act. And a lot of them don't have problems, which is great, and it'll help not create friction and resistance and eliminate that, if not completely bring it down. But that's everything from me. I can go on and on about where to invest, how to invest, but there are other projects out there that you can put your hands in if you don't have them in already. Just know that this is a process as a business loan broker / agent. Building a book of clients is going to really help you over time. Everybody wants fast fundings, and sometimes it can happen, other times it wouldn't. But you have to build a book of business. If you're really the ones who separate themselves in this are the ones who build a book of business of repeat clients, but also new clients that they're getting referred to, or new ones that the broker / agent is getting found. So that's everything from me. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. More information I'll leave below in the description. Talk soon. Bye.